Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Roman Reigns made his return on Raw after WWE Evolution 2025 and joined forces with his cousin, Jey Uso, to take on The Vision. The OG Bloodline stablemates battled Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in a tag team match on Night 1 of SummerSlam 2025, where they emerged victorious. Seth Rollins returned that same night after the high-stakes main event and cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on CM Punk to win the World Heavyweight Championship. The following week, The Vision took out Reigns on the Monday Night Show. This happened in the closing moments of the program after Rollins successfully defended his title against LA Knight via disqualification. That said, Roman Reigns hasn't had a singles match at a premium live event for a long while. Hence, fans now wonder when the OTC last went one-on-one with an opponent at a WWE premium live event. To answer this question, the last singles match Reigns had at a PLE was against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL, where he lost his undisputed WWE Universal Championship to the American Nightmare. It seems like the head of the table will have his first singles match at a premium live event since Mania XL later this month. There have been speculations about Reigns going one-on-one against Bronson Reed at Clash in Paris. Although the bout hasn't been confirmed yet, the Aussilla's recent actions on Raw could be a sign that WWE might schedule the match for the upcoming event in France. Fans will have to wait and see if Triple H and his creative team finally confirm Roman Reigns vs. Bronson Reed for Clash in Paris on August 31, 2025. Bronson Reed to defeat Roman Reigns at Clash in Paris? If Triple H and company finally confirm Bronson Reed vs. Roman Reigns for Clash in Paris, Reed might secure a pinfall victory over Reigns in a shocking twist. While the OTC is the firm favorite to win, in a shocking turn of events, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker might interfere in the match and help the Aussilla emerge victorious. Since Jey Uso will be focused on his fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship that same night, he might not come to the aid of Reigns. If this happens, WWE could have Roman Reigns challenge the Visionary for his world title after the Vision potentially helps him retain the gold in France. That said, this angle is speculative. WWE has a major Roman Reigns problem. The name of Roman Reigns is enough to generate excitement among the WWE universe. Whenever the tribal chief appears on the show, the crowd goes wild, which proves that he is indeed the megastar of this generation. However, it appears that despite holding this status, WWE has a major problem with the original tribal chief. This problem is evident from his recent booking in the Stamford-based promotion, especially for Clash in Paris 2025. Roman Reigns is already advertised for Clash in Paris 2025, but has not been booked yet. Initially, WWE did not confirm Roman Reigns' presence for the upcoming International Premium Live event. Amid this, Triple H posted an image of the OTC, blended with the graphics of Clash in Paris, which confirmed that Reigns will be part of the show. The head of the table was engaged in a heated altercation with Seth Rollins and Vision on Raw last week when he got destroyed by them along with CM Punk and LA Knight. Despite all this development, WWE has still not announced Roman Reigns' match yet, which is undoubtedly a big surprise for the fans. Jey Uso seemingly replaced Roman Reigns? As Roman Reigns was entangled in a physical brawl with Seth Rollins and The Vision last week, fans speculated that the OTC would be part of a fatal four-way match with the Visionary, Knight and CM Punk. However, instead of Roman, Jey Uso is announced to be part of the World Championship match at Clash in Paris 2025. This declaration was made by Adam Pearce on the Red Brand this week when he announced Rollins vs. Punk vs. Knight vs. Jey in a world title showdown at the upcoming PLE. This announcement has sparked the debate that the Yeet Master has seemingly replaced the former undisputed champion in this match, as Roman was originally in that feud on Monday Night Raw. WWE may announce a non-PLE worthy match for the OTC. Since Roman is still advertised for the show, it's likely that his match will soon be announced. If this happens, the bout may still not be a PLE worthy match for the OTC. Over the past few weeks, we have seen how Bronson Reed is becoming the shoe stealer for Reigns. So, the Triple H-led promotion may use this angle to execute Reigns vs. Reed at the forthcoming Premium Live event. Additionally, Bronson was the one who primarily obliterated the OTC last week by executing tsunamis. There is no doubt that Bronson vs. Roman is a great match to witness and will elevate the Vision member status in WWE, but it still doesn't seem to be a PLE-worthy match for Reigns. For the better part of 4 years, Roman Reigns has been the crown jewel of WWE. His transformation into the Tribal Chief in 2020 was not only a creative masterstroke but a commercial success story unlike anything WWE had seen in decades. The character resonated with casual fans and hardcore viewers alike, leading to record-breaking merchandise sales, booming social media engagement, and box office-level main event moments. However, for all the brilliance surrounding Reigns' run, there's now a growing, undeniable truth: WWE has a major Roman Reigns problem. And it's one they can no longer afford to ignore. The on-screen problem, the rare side of the champion. The most glaring issue is Reigns' lack of presence. Once a weekly staple of SmackDown, Roman has transitioned into a Brock Lesnar-style part-time schedule. This isn't inherently bad for a top heel champion. Scarcity can make a star feel special, but the pendulum has swung too far. In 2024 and into 2025, there have been entire stretches where the undisputed WWE Universal Champion hasn't appeared for weeks, even months. Fans tuning in on Friday nights often see the Bloodline without its leader, storylines involving Solo Sikoa or Jacob Fatu carrying the load in Roman's absence. While these segments can be entertaining, they lack the electricity of the man whose aura started it all. For a champion whose storyline dominance is built on being the final boss, his rare appearances have started to undermine the credibility of the title itself. The belt feels less like a prize actively defended and more like a prop being guarded until Roman feels like showing up again. Creative bottleneck: all roads lead to Reigns. The other side of the problem lies in WWE's creative structure. For nearly 4 years, the company has funneled much of its main event storytelling into the orbit of Roman Reigns. The Bloodline saga has been groundbreaking, sure, but it has also created a logjam. Talents like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and even Jey Uso have all been built up as potential conquerors of the Tribal Chief, only to be defeated or delayed. This has made WWE hesitant to pull the trigger on fresh champions for fear of cutting Roman's reign short before a worthy ending can be booked. The result? Fans are now in a holding pattern, waiting for the story to finally end. But when the payoff drags too long, the audience risks moving on emotionally before the climax even happens. The real-life business dilemma. Roman Reigns is a proven draw. His presence boosts ticket sales, merchandise numbers, and TV ratings. From a business perspective, WWE executives, especially under the TKO Group umbrella, see him as a living asset they can afford to take off the chessboard entirely. The challenge is that overprotecting that asset has side effects. Roman rarely takes clean losses, and the company's insistence on protecting him has created a predictable formula for his matches: interference, ref bumps, distractions, and controversial finishes. While effective for a while, it has become repetitive. Worse still, WWE's over-reliance on Roman's star power means they haven't fully committed to grooming another megastar to replace him when his part-time schedule eventually turns into full-time absence. Cody Rhodes might be close, but the company hasn't given him the same year-round dominance. The Bloodline fatigue. When the Bloodline storyline first ignited, it was hailed as one of the most compelling arcs WWE had ever produced. The family betrayal, the alliance building, the shocking turns, it was high drama with athletic fireworks. Fast forward to now, and the faction is on its third iteration. Jimmy Uso has been in, out, and back in. Solo Sikoa has emerged as a cold-blooded enforcer, and Jacob Fatu's arrival added muscle. Yet the absence of Roman as the linchpin risks diluting the whole thing. Without him to tie it together, the Bloodline segments sometimes feel like spin-offs of the main plot rather than the real deal. It's akin to watching Better Call Saul when all you want is another season of Breaking Bad. Sure, it's good, but you signed up for the main course. Locker room ripples. Behind the scenes, Roman's position also creates political challenges. WWE's locker room is competitive, and the Universal Championship is supposed to be the industry's most prestigious prize. But when one man holds it for over 1,400 days, others inevitably feel they're being boxed out of opportunities. There's talk, both in fan circles and within the industry, about whether Roman's lengthy reign is actually hurting WWE's ability to create new headliners. Stars like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Gunther, and even AJ Styles have been kept far away from the championship picture, not because they aren't worthy, but because the Roman plan doesn't have a slot for them. The timing problem. If WWE waits too long to dethrone Roman Reigns, they risk hitting a point where the moment, and its emotional weight, is gone. The magic of beating the Tribal Chief is in being the guy who ended an unstoppable dynasty. But if fans become apathetic before it happens, the moment will land with a thud rather than an explosion. Cody Rhodes came close at WrestleMania 39, sparking outrage and passion from fans who wanted to see him finish the story. WWE chose to delay. Now, a year later, that fire isn't quite as intense, and even if Cody wins, it won't feel as unexpected or seismic. Possible solutions: increase Roman's appearances, not every week, but enough to keep his aura strong and the title relevant. A 3 to 4 week absence is manageable, 2 months is not. Rotate the spotlight, use Roman's absence to elevate other main event stories entirely separate from him. Let titles like the World Heavyweight Championship shine without always being compared to Roman's reign. End the reign soon, and cleanly, no overbooked chaos. A definitive, clean loss would reset the playing field and allow for fresh stories. Give the Bloodline new direction. If Roman goes part-time or loses the title, the Bloodline could pivot into a war for leadership, keeping the faction alive without needing Roman to carry every beat. The clock is ticking. Roman Reigns' historic run has been one of WWE's most impressive feats of modern storytelling. It's cemented him as a Hall of Fame-level figure and given fans moments they'll talk about for decades. But history also shows that the longer you stretch a dominant champion's reign, the riskier it becomes to land the ending perfectly. Bruno Sammartino's years-long reign worked in a different era. Hulk Hogan's dominance thrived in the 80s when fans didn't have weekly TV to pick apart repetitive finishes. Today's wrestling landscape moves faster. Fans have endless options for entertainment, and patience wears thin quickly. If WWE can strike the balance, keeping Roman special without letting him fade into part-time obscurity, and delivering the right ending at the right time, they'll preserve the magic of the Tribal Chief era. If they miss that window, the Roman Reigns problem could become WWE's biggest creative regret of the decade.